we know we've got work to do. But that work is not to make America great again. America never stopped being great. We have to make America whole.
She wants to make America whole again, and I'm trying to figure out what is that all about. Make America great again is going to be much better than making America whole again.
And we're going to have a chance to see that, perhaps, if you look at your last night's victory speeches from Trump and Hillary Clinton. Joining us right now, a very familiar face we're privileged to have with us, Brad Woodhouse. He's the president of Correct the Record, and he's Hillary Clinton's supporter. Look at this matchup. This matchup's quite interesting, and I understand that Hillary Clinton will attack Donald Trump and try to make him seem like a sexist. Will that work?
Well, first of all, I don't think there's a strategy to make him seem like a sexist. He may be a sexist, but I don't think there's a strategy to do that. I actually think that the strategy for Donald Trump is still being worked out. And from somebody who was involved in the campaign against Mitt Romney, there won't be any one silver bullet that you can go after Donald Trump on. In fact, I think it's going to be a very hard race. I think it involves temperament. I think it involves preparation to be commander-in-chief. I think it involves his foreign policy knowledge. I think it involves his business practices. I think it runs the entire gamut. And look, to the extent that he lashes out and attacks people like Megyn Kelly, that might be an issue. That might be an issue in the race. But I don't think it'll be the predominant one.
It's kind of interesting because it's a lot harder than people think as you look at it. Because if you look at his background with Donald Trump, in the 1980s, Trump Tower was run by a female foreman. He has females all over running his company in different divisions. And Ivanka, of course, is his daughter, who's got a prominent position within the company. You could say that she might be even the heir apparent. Now, the question is, for all the pundits like yourself, is will Donald Trump be like Barry Goldwater, stand for what he believes in and get routed, or like Richard Nixon, turn around, look like an underdog, and destroy George McGovern? It could go either way.
It really could. I mean, look, I think I'm in the camp. I really do believe Hillary Clinton will be president of the United States. I think she basically wrapped up the nomination last night. But Donald Trump will be hard to run against. If he wasn't hard to run against, someone else would have won the Republican primary. You just look how hard it has been for them. I do think there's a general electorate that might look at Donald Trump differently than a Republican primary electorate, and they may not like how he's lashed out at immigrants and women and Muslims. And so it'll be interesting going forward, but no one's taking Donald Trump for granted.
I think a lot of people are, though, and I wouldn't blame them because every Republican did, and now look where they are. It's not over, but they're certainly trailing. There's something else that Donald Trump said last night. He said, guys, I'm looking to expand the party. Look at the turnout. I've expanded the party. And in Massachusetts, he's actually flipped, according to reports, 20,000 Democrats to Republicans.
Well, I saw that, and look, I think there's a lot of mischief that goes on in primary season. I'd be more interested to see what the registration numbers and party identification looks like closer to the general election. I know, for example, in Virginia last night, there were Democrats that decided to vote in the Republican side of the primary just so they could vote against Donald Trump. So there's a lot of mischief that goes on. It's going to be really interesting, Brad, but we have a lot left to do in the semifinals before we get to the finals. Brad Woodhouse, thanks so much. Thanks, Brian.